I'm on the other channel this time, the channel with me and Maddie, and I'm asking the question. This is the question that I think a lot of Steel Nation have been talking about. Who is going to be quarterback number 2, right? Is it going to be – now, I understand that there's team Trubisky, there's team Rudolph. Could there be a team Tanner Morgan? I don't think so. Now, I will tell you my idea or my thought at the very end, but I'll give you some possibilities why it's going to be Rudolph, why it could be Trubisky. And also the third option doesn't really matter, right? Doesn't matter. Now, I went back to the stats, right? And I've been using this quite a bit, actually. It's called Yard Barker. It looks at the amount of snaps that each player takes. Now, in the previous game versus the Buccaneers, Kenny Pickett had 10 snaps, 16%, right? And we saw him go down the field, 7 for 9, 70 yards, TD to Pickens. Fantastic. Trubisky only had 9 snaps, though. So going off this data, can we even make a decision? Really, right? He had 9 snaps, which was 14% of the game. Mason Rudolph had 23 snaps, 37%. And Tanner Morgan had 21%, which is 33%. Now, here's the thing, though. I do think that Trubisky played pretty poor. He had 1 for 4. I think it was 1 for 4, 4 yards. He had an interception, but I feel like he kind of underthrew that ball a bit. And then he also, at the same time, Cody White played volleyball and pushed it up. It wasn't the best showing for Trubisky. And let's be real. The bloke's been in the game for 6, 7, 8 years, veteran. I feel like he should be doing better with people around him. It doesn't matter if there's second string or if it's the second string offense. I don't care. I still feel like he should be doing better as a veteran player. Now, Rudolph, on the other hand, stepped up. Yes, there were the botch snap from Kendrick Green going right to the outside. I know that Rudolph had to run for 14 yards to get a first down. So the play kind of broke down and he ran away for a first down. I did see the big pass to Calvin Austin. He didn't look the best overall, but there were a few times where you're like, all right, he looks okay. And I think we kind of know that too. We kind of know that with Mason. And by the way, guys, I'm not a Mason hater. I'm not really a Trubisky hater either. I'm a KP8, let's effing go. And if both blokes go, if both guys start at quarterback number 2, I think we're in trouble, to be honest. I feel like if we're going to start Rudolph or Trubisky, knock on wood, Kenny's fine. If Kenny doesn't start the whole season, I kind of feel like I think we're kind of done anyway, to be honest. Because this year, I'm kind of happy that Kenny Pickett is QB number 1 from the very get-go. We don't have to go through the whole process of last year, starting Trubisky and then getting demoted, then bring Kenny up. So that's the kind of feeling. So when I talk about quarterback number 2, who's it going to be? I think this week will be another chance to show their, skill level, show the coaches of who they are. But will that change anything? Don't know, right? Is Tomlin, Matt Canada, are these guys set on their order anyway, depending how they play, or doesn't matter how they play? Will they play Kenny Pickett, of course, starter, Trubisky 2, Rudolph 3, Tanner Morgan 4, right? Unless Trubisky plays really bad and can't get the offense moving, throws interceptions that are his fault, right? There was a really bad pass where we had Connor Hayward in the open, and he went to go to Oreshevsky over the sideline. It was 2 people on the play. It was a really bad pass. I just feel like that Trubisky needs to do better for the role that he's in, but I understand that he's like a veteran behind. And by the way, if you can hear my voices change, I've just done some coaching. I've been doing some pickleball coaching, so I've just been yelling I need to do my vocal exercise. I've been yelling and talking for the last 2 hours. So that's why I'm sounding a bit croaky, right? As I hit my microphone. I'm sounding a bit different, but at the same time, the message is clear. Kenny Pickett is the guy at 1, but what do you guys think? Are they going to change Trubisky to be number 3? Rudolph going to play at number 2? Or does it even matter, right? And I told you guys I was going to give you my theory at the end, because I think Trubisky this week has to play a good game to get maybe front and center, back in the good books with the coaches. I think he's got to go out there and throw a TD, 70 yards, 80 yards, 90 yards. Don't turn the ball over and be in the good books and have a good drive or 2 drives to say that he can be a backup. I can see that. Now, Rudolph has to do the same thing, right? We want to see some competition, and he's got to do the same thing. So he's got to score points too. We want to see Kenny Pickett score points. He might play, but both backups have to go out there and score a drive, right? But here's my answer to the situation. I don't think it matters. I actually don't think it matters. I think if you were to put Trubisky there, sweet. QB2, fine. Veteran guy. Rudolph backs him up on the bench. Because if we go to either quarterback, I think the season's pretty much done. I think you'd have to then rely on defense and running the football because our best chance, crazy enough, is through Kenny Pickett and this offense with him. He's the best quarterback on the team, and he showed that with that drive. If Kenny Pickett goes down, knock on wood, I feel like if he goes down and we have to rely on Trubisky, I don't think he can get the job done from being a starter, and nor do I see that Rudolph can get the job done being a starter. They both can come in and get and fill in as a backup, and they can win games on the fly if they have to play one game here, 2 games there. Sure, they have a good chance to win as a backup and play sparingly, but if they're playing the whole season, I think it's 50-50. I don't think so. So with my answer that who's going to be QB2, I legit don't care because as long as quarterback number 1 is Kenny Pickett, that's all I care about. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below what you think. And I do apologize about my voice. I have been yelling and talking for like 2 hours straight. So I'll see you guys later.